The newest movie from Blumhouse, Truth or Dare, is hitting theaters this weekend, but do we dare to tell you the truth about this film? We'll tell you right now. Hello, I'm Dan Murrell.
And I'm Roth Cornet, and Dan, I dare you to see this movie one more time.
Truth, I would rather not. We are reviewing Truth or Dare, the latest, and Blumhouse, I think it's safe to say, is at this point a brand name,
yes.
Especially in the horror genre. When you put the Blumhouse name on something, hopefully you're going to get, it's going to make a lot of money, usually. It's going to be somewhat low budget, but not feel low budget. And lately, it's been a pretty good denoter of quality. It's going to be a pretty good movie. Happy Death Day was a movie that Blumhouse did that I was very excited about, with a great concept that I enjoyed. This movie was similar. I thought it had a good trailer. I liked the concept of it. Unfortunately, did not enjoy the movie so much.
Did not enjoy the movie myself, and I am a big fan of the genre, and I even really like sort of the throwbacks to old, silly, even schlocky horror films from the 80s, things that, to me, Happy Death Day found the exact right tone in the sense of a part of the thrill ride that is that kind of horror movie that's not really a psychological horror movie like we've talked about with A Quiet Place, but that's sort of a big, eventful, fun horror movie is that you should be laughing, you should be cringing, you should be jumping. But you should not be laughing when you're meant to be jumping.
Yeah, the audience was definitely laughing and cringing at the screening we went to last night.
But it wasn't in the good way.
Not in the right places. Part of it is, if you don't know what the movie's about, it's a group of college kids who go on spring break to Mexico. They play Truth or Dare in an abandoned mission, as you do.
Yeah,
on spring break.
As one does.
And this deadly game of Truth or Dare follows them home. And so they have to keep playing the game, and there's some kind of an evil something or other daring them to do things or tell the truth. So it's a PG-13 movie. It's aimed at the teenage audience, teenagers, young adults. But part of the mistake, and one of the reasons that it was getting so many laughs, is it's kind of painfully obvious that this is a movie made by people older even than we are, trying to make a movie for teenagers. So there's things that are just like, have you instant message him on Facebook, or
they said, I remember this moment. They said DM him on Facebook, her on Facebook. Yeah. No, that's not, you don't, Mom.
Or I
that's not how that works.
I searched Carter on Facebook and 5 things came up. Or have you Googled Mexico Truth or Dare and it'll come up?
Did you try Googling it?
So it's this thing of just like, you're making it for this audience and already you come off as kind of painfully out of touch. And on top of that, and it's not their fault, but they're coming out the week after A Quiet Place.
Yes.
Just showed you what you can do with the same rating inside the same genre. Number one, how you can open big, how you can make a really effective, scary film. And this seems like a Final Destination knockoff. This movie owes so much to Final Destination.
It doesn't seem like a Final Destination knockoff. It absolutely is a poorer Final Destination. This is absolutely the Dollar Tree Final Destination, and not even like one of the good Final Destinations. It's not even the Dollar Tree Final Destination 5, which was awesome.
Put that on the poster, by the way. Some people are making amazing posters for us, and that has got to be on the poster for this movie. It has acts in it as these dares escalate these kind of brutal things that maybe would have at least had the shock value if you had the R rating, like Final Destination was able to have. But with the PG-13 rating, and you don't see any of the big shocking moments really, because they're kind of constrained by the rating. And then even the scares, and I'm the most easiest person to startle to do. I saw every jump scare coming from a mile away. It didn't even really was effective on that.
It wasn't even.
The acting wasn't very good.
No, there's really nothing much to speak of in the sense of these are poorly drawn characters, constrained by a rating with a really stupid premise. And I will say, when I saw the Happy Death Day trailer, I thought it looked like exactly like what I wanted it to be. It delivered. When I saw this, I said, that looks stupid, because even the killer, sort of, there should be an evocative, creepy look. It looks ridiculous.
It looks
the
really
big
stupid.
Smiling face that takes them over as they are possessed by this entity. All of this is in the trailer, by the way. You can go see it right now.
Yeah.
Is as far away from fearful as, thank you for that image, JT, as far away from fear-inducing as one could possibly get. Yeah, what's scary is how bored you'll be. It is truly not, and I feel really bad. I don't like doing this, but this is not a good movie. This is a movie that if anything, what it should deliver in that package is the kills, right? And in the horror genre, we want creative kill. If it's going to be that kind of movie, whether that's right or it's wrong.
It's about the kills.
It's about the kills. We want creative kills. We want escalating kills. We want surprising kills. These are entirely boring, flavorless, like pizzazz-less kills. The entity is not anyone that you can connect to. It's not a Michael Myers who you can sort of connect to in fear. It's not scary. It's not funny in the way it wants to be funny. And the relationships don't ultimately mean anything. There is one twist with the main character, the Olivia, who I actually kind of liked. One twist at the end of the film that I appreciated. Just one, and it's ripping off another horror movie.
It is, yeah. And even the things of like, there are rules to this game, which the whole game is set on a series of escalating rules, which is like, what's more entertaining about a horror movie than a lot of very complicated rules that you have to keep track of? But even the rules inside the world don't make any sense. I'm sorry to say, and you know, Blumhouse is usually, this is a rare misfire creatively. We'll see how it does at the box office. It doesn't need to do probably that well in order to make its money back, but it's rare that you see Blumhouse put its name on something that's this is the kind of movie that they were the answer to.
Yes.
And so it's kind of, it's rare to see them put their name on something that it is very, I wouldn't even say generic. It's kind of below generic. I think if you are part of the young demographic and you're just looking for some kind of entertainment, it might be mildly entertaining enough, maybe, to justify a movie ticket. But I just don't know, because I feel like the younger you are, the more ridiculous you're going to think parts of this movie are.
And that's the way it'll be fun.
Yeah.
This is what I predict. It is an escalating labyrinth of nonsense that, if that's what you're there to see, and if you're there to laugh at the movie, not with it, some people used to watch Twilight like this, right? Or some 50 Shades. If you're there to laugh at the movie, then I think you can enjoy it. But the surprising thing, to your point, Dan, is I've been incredibly impressed with Blumhouse. Not just in terms of Get Out and sort of what the quality, but Whiplash, you know?
Sure.
This is a surprise to me in the sense that they understand the horror genre so well, and yet here they don't understand what this horror movie needs to fulfill its promise. The one thing that you needed to do was to creatively murder these jerky little kids.
Yeah. And even the worst Paranormal Activity movies still have some effective scares. I didn't think this movie even really had that. So,
I don't think it did either.
Not a recommendation for either one of us on Truth or Dare. Kind of a rare misstep for Blumhouse, but it's just our opinion.
Yeah, there are people out there, like I said, that will 100%. And really, if I was in a different time in my life, I may enjoy it for the silliness that it is and that it offers. But if you're going to see a good, solid horror movie,
go see A Quiet Place.
Go see A Quiet Place.
Go see A Quiet Place. That is our take on Truth or Dare. Did you see the movie? Were you excited for it? Are you now not excited for it? Let us know down in the comments below. And of course, stay tuned here on Screen Junkies News. We will be back very soon with a review of the other very wide release happening this week. The Rock returns in Rampage, and we'll let you know what we thought of it very soon right here on Screen Junkies News. Until next time.